That's right! Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers! Tiki here!
And Mickeyfan.
And welcome to the first project recap for 1986, an Imagineering competition. This time we are talking about the Main Street and Castle hub of the hypothetical park that the armchair Imagineers, the house guests, if you will, of 1986 are building. We're
Blue
talking
Sky
Harbortown.
Disneyland.
Yeah, we're talking Harbortown, USA, and Port Voyage. Okay, so Mickeyfan, I think we've got a home run on our hands, buddy.
Oh my god, this was so fucking good.
I mean, 1986, I think, has so much potential as a game. I really do.
Yeah,
Um, I honestly think we've hit a home run in terms of like, not only are these like hardcore, just super talented armchair Imagineers, the thing that I'm most excited about is I legitimately don't think anyone in this cast is very intimidated by the Big Brother format that this season has taken on.
oh no, not at
And
all.
so because of that, I am dead freaking curious to see how this all plays out.
I am too. I want there to be shenanigans.
I want there to at least be one back door.
I want there to be shade. I want there to be shenanigans. I want there to be chaos.
Oh god. Okay. Um let's see. Hey Ace, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Um all right. So, Mickey fan, we're a little behind on our podcasting because we still have not done the cast assessment.
No.
And you know what? It's your guys' fault because you came out with a project that's too good.
No
It's
kidding.
too good. There's no way that we can cover this project with the detail it deserves and do a cast assessment in the same breath, which was our original plan.
Nope. Not gonna
There's just
happen.
no way. There's just too much to cover here already.
This is too good.
All right, so we will get to a proper cast assessment soon. Rest assured, it's probably the latest cast assessment we've ever done. But I do like to have my cast assessment podcast, so
Yeah.
we'll get to that soon, probably early next week. Mickey fan, you know what? In a perfect world, I would love for the audio drama episode 2 to be done by Sunday, and that way we could announce the results via the episode, via the radio drama. Space Mountain. Pie on my cake here. Well played, Space.
And bye!
How you guys doing? I hope you both are having a good night. And Ace, God, all three of you are just like all stars of the game.
Yeah.
So we have some real Imagineering heavy hitters in the comments. All right, and speaking of Imagineering heavy hitters, I think one of the first things we need to talk about is just Mickey fan. I feel like in the history, I feel like Dash Haber and Outbound. How you guys doing? I feel like in the history of Big Brother, like if we're just rolling this season into like the Big Brother canon, because fuck it, it's gonna be better than at least half the current Big Brother seasons, I guarantee it. Then I don't think there's been a more obvious first HOH than Space Mountain.
No, not.
I mean,
I mean,
everyone saw that coming from a mile away.
I did suggest doing Mickey Nerd.
You did.
I did
And
suggest Mickey Nerd.
I will say that Mickey Nerd is easily out of all the new players in the cast. Not to throw shade onto anyone else, of course. I think everyone in the cast
Yeah.
is awesome, but I think Mickey Nerd is kind of like the MVP of the new people. I think Mickey
Oh
Nerd
yeah.
is really easily just kind of like he's here to play. He's in it for the long haul. I think.
He is the Nigel Channing of 1986.
Uh-huh. Oh, absolutely. That's a good way to put it. Peregrine, happy to see you. And buddy, I'm so sorry to hear about your job. Not to reopen old wounds or anything. Of course, I hope all is going well with that. But man, that must be such a bummer to you, dude.
Yeah.
Because I know how much the zoo meant to you and everything. So, God, if that would have happened to me, I would have felt like a part of my soul was ripped out or something, Peregrine. So really, man, my heart goes out to you, buddy.
Yeah.
If you need anyone to talk to, by all means, reach out to Mickey Fan or I.
For
So,
sure.
all right. Space says Mickey Nerd. Yeah, well, Space, you took the leadership. I don't know what to tell you. Mickey Nerd had good stuff, but you were the leader. Now, that is to say, Mickey fan, I think we need to keep everyone on their toes here. But I'm Boston Rob, so I win. Oh wait, that's yeah. Get that Survivor shit out of here, Space. We're not talking. This isn't
We're on Big
Survivor.
Brother right now. We are not on Survivor.
My goal for 1986 is just to make this a better Big Brother season than most modern Big Brother seasons are. And trust me, that's not really that high of a bar to reach. I feel like it's I feel like it's a really achievable goal. All
I mean,
right.
I think I would kill Big Brother. I would kill competing in Big Brother.
uh how you doing, Nigel? Nigel, I'm curious, do you actually have a YouTube channel where you do in fact talk about movies?
Yes, he's
If
talked
so,
about this.
really.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Nigel. That's passed me up. I need to subscribe to you like right away. My bad. I definitely need to look into that. All right. So yeah, I think it was really obvious that Space was going to be the HOH. So of course everyone really shined, but I feel like Space was the person who really kind of like was the guiding force. You know what I mean? He was the
Oh, for
compass that
sure.
kind of
For
guided
sure. I
everything.
think that, like, just in terms of sheer leadership,
Mhm.
like Space is so hard to beat.
I feel like we need to emphasize, though, Mickey fan, we need to keep these people on their toes because leadership is not going to be the only way we talk about naming an HOH. You know what I mean?
No, not at
I feel like we're going to switch up naming HOH every round just to keep people on their toes.
Yeah. And like, for the most part, every HOH, I'm just going to go into it as who stood out the most this round.
Mhm. For sure. That might be who was the best leader. That might be who had the best art. That might be who was kind of the silent assassin who did one thing super well.
Outbound asking, is leadership what you want, though? Outbound, what did we just freaking
You
say?
just need to stand out, Outbound.
Like,
Um,
honestly, listen, Outbound. You are not the overcat anymore.
oh boy, ooh, wow, that's a pretty dominant statement there, Mickey fan. I do feel like it's true though.
We love you, Outbound.
All right. Okay, so yeah, what did you think of the two nominees, Mickey fan? We already kind of briefly discussed this on our Power of Veto, but just let's go over it one more time for prosperity's sake before we go into the project.
Brer Panther and Goofy Yuck Yuck, one I was not too unsurprised with, and one that I was very surprised with.
Yeah, Brer Panther always seems to kind of find themselves in this position early on in games. I feel like Brer Panther, if they do find themselves, with some momentum in a game, they can take themselves far, but it is kind of hard for them to find the momentum.
Yeah.
So I do I hope that they pull out something really cool in the veto.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Goofy Yuck Yuck. I mean, from a final three, from the third place finisher, and so you want to be an Imagineer to a week one nominee.
Yeah, that's rough.
uh,
That's a fall from grace.
yeah. So it just goes to show that if you play in like multiple seasons of this thing, then kind of like a sports career begins to develop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the neat thing about it. All right. So we'll see about what happens with the veto, but I gotta say, Space, man, I don't want to call you out, bro, but that was a very overcat move to just have just a dominant veto project. Like, was it under 24 hours after we after we
I
announced the
believe it was.
prompt?
Hang on, let me pull it up. It was. Da-da-da. It was, hang on. I posted the prompt at 9:39 p.m. yesterday. Space posted his restaurant at 1:27 p.m. today.
Oh my, that's insane. That's insane. That's god damn. All right, Space, I have two words for you, buddy. Two words, and you know what they are. I'm not saying you're gonna do it. I'm not saying anyone's gonna do it, but I have kind of willed it into existence because you asked why head of households play for Vito. Backdoor. Backdoor.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, Space. All right. Yeah, I know Goofy was studying for finals, and by all means, I fully expect Goofy to survive this round. I'd be really
Yeah.
surprised if he got the votes to be eliminated because I feel like he's been very open with everyone about
Yeah.
him wanting to play, but him being busy this particular round. So,
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
all right. So, Mickey fan, let's just dive right into this little website here.
So good.
So, first of all, what were some of the concepts that the team brainstormed that you were kind of hoping would get developed?
Um there was there was a 1920s. I am a hoe for 1920s anything. Um what else was there? There was a boardwalk theme, which
Boardwalk
I
would have
really
been
liked.
interesting.
Um hmm. Can't remember anything else at the moment.
All right, well, I've got two in particular that I want to bring up.
Yep.
Chicken Little. I'm glad they didn't go with it just because I feel like Harbortown and Port Voyage are just absolutely perfect, like chef's kiss, awesome mission statements for the rest of the park, and obviously Chicken Little would not have been that. So I feel like what you guys ultimately came up with really sets the stage for the rest of the season a lot better than a meme project would have. That being said, man, it would have been a lot of fun, and I would have approved of it.
Oh yeah.
And then also the really intriguing one was Project Progress City, which got pretty close to happening.
Yeah. I I like Project City on paper, but I think that if they had gone through with it, it would not have worked as well as they thought it would.
Maybe. I think it all depends on execution. I mean, I was it would have been a very different Main Street, and this is
It would
still a
have.
different Main Street what they came up with, but it's not like it's not throwing the throwing the well out with the well water, if you will. It's still like a
Yeah.
fundamentally like, all right, this is, I don't know, but in some ways this is a very bold Main Street though.
Oh yeah. This
So
is
let
this is very much a revolution on Main Street.
so let's get into it. Harbortown. We'll start with Harbortown, USA. Let me see if I can like click into it. Yeah, there we go. All right, so Harbortown, USA.
Oh,
I
the
just
Nerd Town. Hi, Make a Nerd.
how you doing,
That's
Mickey
another
Nerd?
one I really liked.
Uh
Um, but yeah, Harbortown, I can just see this.
oh, I totally can too. And I'm gonna say something controversial to Joker Wild's feedback. I don't really care all that much that you have to do some doubling back to get to things,
Yeah.
just because the feeling of having a full on like river or body of water running down the middle of your main street would be such a unique and just a visually powerful way to enter a Disney park.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, backtracking is kind of like, it's kind of a necessary evil to any park,
Oh yeah,
Disney or
for
not
sure.
Disney. So on a main street, I don't really think it's that big of a deal because basically you just pick one path or another and you go down it just to serve the fundamental role of a main street. And then as for the different attractions, I feel like they're laid out into different districts quite nicely.
Oh yeah, I think that having one side be a bit more colonial, the other side having a bit of a spookier atmosphere.
Now, speaking of that spooky atmosphere, I want to emphasize the when I read the mission statement that they came up with for the park, which was to be kind of like, in all ways, kind of a Magic Kingdom, but just one that's slightly more darker in a nuanced way.
Yeah,
And I love the
like
fact that they're emphasizing the nuance.
yeah, I
Um,
think that you know just to emphasize what you're saying, the nuance of you can have and Disneyland Paris also does this really
oh yes,
well.
oh yes.
You can be a bit more adult while still appealing to the families and the kids and the princesses and the all that.
So I think with that in mind, when I read that mission statement post, man, that's what really got me pumped up for the season.
Oh yeah,
All right, where do you want to start with Harbortown? There's a lot of detail to get through.
that I love that backstory so much.
And
Like it's one of those things
I
that
like that it doesn't lean on C.
yeah, doesn't lean on sea. And it's it's in that same it's in that same era of those super dense, you really have to go looking for backstories that Imagineering likes, but it's just a bit more refined.
Uh-huh. Totally, totally. It's kind of like a Thunder Mesa almost.
Oh yeah, that's the exact vibe I got from it.
Totally, totally. All right. So, I mean, looking at it like from here, I feel like like you said, it like one part emphasizes the more historical aspect, one part emphasizes the more creepy aspects. I like the fact that like families have an option to entirely walk around the lighthouse and the Sleepy Hollow stuff.
Yeah,
As a kid, if I were like a little kid going through this, I used to be very intimidated just walking by haunted house type attractions. So I would be very grateful for the other pathway.
yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see. So we already kind of talked about the different regions. Anything else to say about them?
Um, no, no, not really. I think that it's just the perfect amount of detail for these.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right. Also, Mickey fan, just keep an eye on the comments as I scroll through the website.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Okay, should we go into dining?
yeah. Let's go into dining.
All right, I must admit, I kind of skimmed through some of this
Yeah.
because
Like,
I pretty much got the gist of just the New England seafood and stuff
yeah.
like that.
And I think that it all fits so well.
It does. It does. There's nothing really that fancy or jaw dropping about any of it.
And
But
every restaurant has its own backstory, and it it all adds up to feeling like it's in this interconnected world.
mhm. I do like the 50 states food carts though. That's definitely a very world showcasey thing.
Oh yeah.
What is up with everyone's fascination with avocado toast recently in California, Mickey fan? I've actually noticed that. I've noticed that like every fucking restaurant on the street near my work is like, "Come try our avocado toast." All right.
If you darn kids would stop buying avocado toast,
Oh God.
you better pull
Anyways,
the house.
what the hell is that from?
That it was some old dude. I don't remember.
Okay. All right, retail. So I love the library. The library is one of my favorite little details.
Oh yeah.
I love the fact that it's named after Ben Franklin's surname or pen name. Love the haunted library nook. That was a great touch. All right, let's see. The Emporium, pretty standard stuff. Sally gets her own candy store. Let's see. I mean, again, with all this stuff, it's nothing too groundbreaking,
Oh, it's
except for the
typical.
library. I feel like the library does kind of stick out as like, yes, that's a really cool
Oh yeah.
addition.
Yeah.
But all this does fit well with the theme, and very much helps flesh out everything.
Yeah. And also, I just thought of this, like Hocus Pocus overlay during Halloween. Like it's so obvious.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right. Now, Mickey fan, is there a way to click these? Is this all the detail you get? I just want to make
I think
sure.
so. I
Okay,
think
I
so.
just wanted to make sure it didn't like link to other stuff. So this stuff is all pretty bare bones, but
Yeah.
still, I like that there's carriage rides. That's always a good thing for Main
Yeah.
Street to have. At least one form of street vehicle, and carriages definitely feel like the way to go for the time period and setting.
Yeah, and I don't think you can possibly even fathom a main street without characters on it. So
Right. Wish we would have gotten more details about the scavenger hunt if you guys wanted to include it to begin with, but it's there. Doesn't really do much for me, just it being there, but it's there. All right, let's see. So this is just basic, like
City Hall,
first,
first
yeah.
day, blah
All
blah
right,
blah.
pretty basic stuff. I mean, props for including it though, because a lot of people just wouldn't think to include it.
Yeah. So are we gonna go into the
Let's
attractions?
get into the attractions. All right.
Okay, good, because I have so many thoughts. I First things first.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Muppets.
Because I'm the oldest and the wittiest, and the gossip in New York City is insidious, and the center is spinniness. Oh, that doesn't mean I want to many less.
I like it doesn't make sense, and it makes so much sense.
I mean, there's so many inspired casting choices here, like Bobo as as John Adams.
I loved that.
Thomas, we are engaged in a battle for our nation's very soul. Can you get us out of the mess we're in? Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control. I've been fighting for the South alone. We have to win. All right. Let's see. Of course, Carmilla is Peggy is perfect. Also, Sweetums is as Charles Lee is perfect just because I can hear so clearly in my
Oh
head,
no!
I'm a
Whee!
general. We. Oh God. Okay, but now I'm gonna do the diss at Sweetums. All right, you ready?
Ready?
Washington cannot be left alone to his devices. Indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing he can do for the revolution is go back to planting tobacco in Mount Vernon. All right. You're welcome. Let's see. Any other casting really stand out? Gonzo is Burr is pretty obvious. Kermit is Hamilton is pretty obvious. Honeydew as King George, I thought was pretty inspired because Honeydew, as we saw in Muppets Now, is clearly the most evil Muppet in the cast.
Yeah. Honestly, I just really loved this. Like, no, fuck Joker's and his opinions. They're wrong. Um,
Okay, hold on. Don't diss Joker's opinions because Joker's is likely going to be the only person doing written feedback this season. So,
I'm going to diss his opinion on this
fair enough.
because,
Me,
like,
me, 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 me.
Guns and ships with the Swedish chef.
Yes, yes.
And like, no,
Lafayette. All right, I'm done.
oh, you appealed to
All
us.
right.
You appealed to us. I think this was Ace and Nigel.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing with this. You knew you were appealing.
All right. Sleepy Hollow, I thought was really fucking well done for a
Oh yeah,
walkthrough.
yeah. Like
It really surprised me how engaging it was.
I'm a whore for a walkthrough.
I kind of am too. I love the Sleeping Beauty walkthrough. It's literally one of my favorite things at Disneyland.
I am a whore for a walkthrough, and this was just perfect.
Walkthroughs is another thing Disneyland Paris does really well.
There there are shops that are practically walkthroughs.
Oh God, wait, you've been to Paris?
Yeah.
Ah man, I want to go. I want to go. Mm. All right, and most importantly, R.L. Stein's The Haunted Lighthouse. Mickey fan, I'm sorry, I cannot see a haunted lighthouse and not think of R.L. Stein's The Haunted Lighthouse. It was like just this super cheesy 3D film that played at regional theme parks
Oh yeah.
that had Christopher Lloyd in it. It's like a crazy lighthouse keeper. Oh God. Um, I am going to kind of hard disagree with Jokers on this one. This is going to be my turn to hard disagree with Jokers. Um, do I wish that the stretching room was in the actual lighthouse? Yeah, kind of. But I do think that the actual lighthouse set piece that they have is great. The ascension and then the
Oh
actual
yeah.
light itself. And honestly, I don't know what the hell Joker's talking about when it comes to like this copies the original too much. I really don't see that.
I like this is just a step beyond Phantom Manor in terms
Oh
of
yeah. Oh yeah.
like
I mean, to
it's
me, Phantom Manor is almost too much of a clone until we get to the third act. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like the first two acts are very similar.
they are. They are very similar.
And then it goes literally off the rails and becomes awesome, but um but yeah, this just feels like a deconstruction of what a haunted mansion could be.
Oh yeah, and it's again back to that mission statement. It is dark, but it is still family friendly. It is
Mhm. Mhm.
still it's you can still take a kid on this ride and obviously they'd be a bit frightened, but like
I almost feel like they wouldn't be too frightened just because the scary elements of this ride are mostly psychological, if that
yeah,
makes any sense.
oh yeah, I think that the parents would be more terrified than the kids.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Yeah, so great stuff there. Um let's see. Oh my god. Mickey fan, you dude, you are not good at keeping track of comments, buddy.
No, I'm not.
This
I'm
is the
never
second time. This is the second time.
second time this week.
I'm not going to trust you to keep track of comments anymore, Mickey fan. Jesus Christ, come on.
You say that now.
All right, so regarding avocado toast, I don't like it, but websites like research claimed it's California's iconic food. I mean, yeah.
Old man.
Behind the Magic says Joker said baseball is more of a New York thing when discussed. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird too. I mean, the Red
Um,
Sox are clearly an icon of Boston.
and like New York is technically part of New England, especially once you go upstate, it's New England.
Sure, sure. All right. Congratulations, San
Let's
Francisco.
go
You
get
ruined
through.
toast. All right. First pizza, now toast. Old man yells at avocado toast. Oh, God.
I boom boom.
All right, there you go. There you go. There's a taste. All right. Props to Dash for the Sleepy Hollow stuff. Try my best to capture the haunted house approach, but within the Disney parameters. Yeah, and it worked out very well. All right. Anything else with attractions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let's go to the castle.
I love this.
This is a
Fuck.
freaking fantastic piece of concept art, bud.
Ugh.
It's just, oh my god, it looks like a real piece of concept art.
Like every time Doug does concept art, I'm
Oh, I
just
know.
in because I forget that he is so freaking good at it.
He's just legitimately an artist. I mean, really. I mean, that's just beautiful.
It is.
All right. So I think that this castle just obviously puts the what the fuck was that castle that just got revealed this week to shame.
I like it.
You like the what the fuck is that castle?
I like Hong Kong's new castle. That is my hot take.
I think it's an improvement, but I don't think it's great.
I like how eclectic it is.
I respect how eclectic it is. That doesn't necessarily mean I like it. If
I
that makes sense.
like I understand the criticisms. Don't get me wrong. I understand the criticisms, but I just really like it.
All right. Well, speaking of the better castle, though, one thing I like about this is that it takes design influences both from Snow White and also the Evil Queen and
Yeah.
kind of melts them together, and that's kind of a great sort of summation of the park's mission statement, just in
Oh
one
yeah.
single icon.
Pi says that it is better than Shanghai's, which I think that's a hard agree.
Oh God, I forget that Shanghai's is so bad.
Box with sticks on it. At least Hong Kong's is visually interesting.
You're right. I will give you that much. I'll give you that much. All right. Let's see. By the way, great job, Mickey Nerd, on the Minecraft stuff. That
Yep.
almost single-handedly won you HOH.
For sure. Yeah, I think that and this is just gorgeous.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What else about the castle? Oh, one thing I wanted to bring up, Mickey fan. Did you happen to watch that Super Carlin Brothers video about the Snow White voice actress?
No.
All right, you
I
want
can't watch the Carlin brothers. They irritate me.
I can't really watch them either, but every once in a while a subject will pop up that I get curious enough to watch, and this was one of them. So apparently Walt Disney had the voice actress of Snow White blacklisted.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is super fucked up. I already
Yeah,
knew the story,
you knew this?
but
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
the story because he wanted to retain the magic of Snow White.
Hmm.
So he basically had her voice actress like sign away her voice rights.
Yeah, yeah. It's hella dark. But I do like the fact that the voice actress, still was like a huge Snow White fan, and she had a wishing well in her backyard, and like when you rang her doorbell, it would sing "I'm wishing" and stuff like that.
She was very proud of her role.
Uh, all right, so let's get to the parades.
You know me. I love a parade.
I'm the opposite. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Sea of Wonder, I feel, is pretty redundant, given that I think the Nighttime Spectacular takes on similar themes, but in a more grand way.
Yeah, my I have problems with both of these parades.
I really
Honestly, I
like
think
Tales of the Dark Sea.
I liked Tales of the Dark Sea. I wonder if I get the impression that's a bit too dark.
Mm, I honestly think they could have gone harder on it.
Uh no, for Sea of Wonder, I mean it's fine. I think that for both of these, they stuck too hard to the harbor town of it all.
I mean, honestly, here's my take on it. I feel like they kind of had to go one direction or another, and they kind of went in the middle. The two directions they could have went with were have something that really goes into the harbor town, or have something that really goes into the Disney characters. Sea of Wonder, I feel like, really relies on the Disney characters, but Tales of the Dark Sea, in spite of its setup, I feel like maybe relies too much on the villains.
Yeah, I think that, and
Because I feel like Tales from the Dark Sea could have been amazing if it was just an original production,
oh yeah,
just fully focused on the Harbortown, USA lore.
oh my God, that would have been a really, really impressive piece.
So that's the one thing that disappoints me about Tales of the Dark Sea. I think it's a really good parade. It definitely has more going for it than Sea of Wonder does, in my opinion. But I would have next time. I really want you guys to go all the way with a parade like this, and just not have any sort of IP attached to it. Just really like you guys had enough going on with your Harbortown backstory that you really could have focused on something like this, kind of in the same way that Not Scary Farm kind of pulls from the mythology of their ghost town to craft that whole event. I could see that happening with a parade like this.
Now, I think I would like Tales of the Dark Sea if it were meant to be a Halloween parade.
Mm, right, I could see that. I could see that.
I think that would just that one change would sell it a lot better for me.
Sure, sure. As it stands now, it feels weird that it's basically I don't know. It's kind of a half measure. You know what I mean? It's like a half of a Halloween parade.
And like and then going back to the ocean theme, like no, I appreciate the commitment to the theme and to the harbor town and to the all of that, but your park is themed more than the ocean.
Uh-huh.
Like, and it's going to go through more than harbor town in all likelihood.
Right, right.
No, I like I like it. I don't love it, and I just have these critiques of like good concept, iffy execution.
Right. Fair enough. Okay, we're winding down here. Let's see what else we got.
Um, Space said that eclectic is his favorite word, so very well played.
Okay, before we get to the nighttime spectacular, I want to talk about these gardens, which, honest to God, guys, I am a simple man to please, and this might be my single favorite detail in the whole damn project.
Uh yeah, I agree. The partners, the diamond mine, the compass, like it's those little touches that like that's what makes a Disney
The
park for
diamond
me.
mine, especially, man, there's something about the diamond mine that really just sparked the kind of inner childhood whimsy for what Disney
Yeah.
parks could be. It's simple, it doesn't need to be there by any means, but it being there makes the park better, simply
Oh
put.
yeah. Oh yeah. And No, the same thing for Walt and Mickey. Like, it's Walt and Mickey.
Yeah, it's great. And then I love the fact that these gardens are kind of like meant to be explored. It almost feels like
Yeah,
a public park version of the Oasis at Animal Kingdom or something.
yeah, and it's not so cleanly laid out. Like,
Uh-huh.
Shanghai's gardens are very modular.
Oh God, yes. It kind of bugs me when I see videos of it. It's like that doesn't look like a natural landscape. It just looks like a very, very man-made landscape.
Yeah, and like this is so natural and so smart in how it's laid out.
Sure. Yeah, easily one of the best parts of the project for me. All right, and finally, let's get to Voyage on the Magic Sea. All right, this is a really interesting night show.
I like I think it's so good.
This is honestly, I'm just going to say it, this is the kind of stuff we are probably hoping for with the anniversary project, right?
It was. It was 100%.
So what I love about this is it takes the Phantasmic concept and it takes the single most iconic element of Phantasmic 1.0, not 2.0. I love 2.0, but that's not the best scene in 2.0, but definitely the most iconic scene in Phantasmic 1.0, which is the pirate ship,
Yeah.
and just basically gives it its own show. Like it
Oh
almost
yeah,
feels like a spin-off.
it does. Oh wait, you wouldn't say the dragon is the most iconic part of Phantasmic?
Mickeyfan, if you were there for the original Phantasmic shows, like if you were there, I honestly think the pirate ship is the most iconic part. I mean, the dragon is iconic for sure, but there's just something about that cannon firing and the pirate ship coming out across the river bend.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you were there for Phantasmic 1.0,
But,
but just there's an energy to it live.
oh yeah, I visibly remember that Peter Pan scene.
Mhm, mhm.
That's
And
a
honestly,
visceral.
I feel like it's extra iconic because the Black Pearl scene sucks so much.
Oh god, it's so bad.
The Black Pearl scene comes out, and it's like, God damn it, I want to like this because this is the part of the show that used to get me so stoked, but I just don't. I just don't. And I'm a Pirates of the Caribbean apologist, all right? I will bend over backwards defending Dead Man's Chest.
No comment.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I feel like the internet has turned around on Dead Man's Chest a lot more than you have, sir. I love Dead
I'm
Man's
I'm just not
Chest.
a I'm just not a huge Pirates of the Caribbean fan. I like the first
I
one.
think Dead Man's Chest is one of the best action blockbusters of the past 20 years.
I like the first one. I love that. I love Curse of the Black Pearl.
I think
But
Dead
once it
Man's
became
Chest is
Captain
better
Jack
than Curse of the
Sparrow,
Black
I was
Pearl.
over it.
Dead Man's Chest is better than Curse of the Black Pearl.
That's a hot take.
It is. It is. And I will wear it on my sleeve. I love Dead Man's Chest. Dead Man's Chest is an awesome movie. All right. Anyways, any other stuff to get to here?
Um,
Just very good transitions, very good use of IP, some cool obscure IPs like Atlantis.
Atlantis, Pete's Dragon.
I don't necessarily think Pirates was necessary just because I feel like Pirates is real kind of, I mean, it fits the theme. It fits the theme, so you kind of have to have it. But I feel like if anything could have been cut, it would have been Pirates
Yeah.
for me personally. All right, anything else?
Um, nope. I think that this is it.
All right. Okay, let's see. There are people who don't see the entire first. Oh, pie. Oh, pie. I love Dead Man's Chest. I love Dead Man's Chest. At World's End is hot garbage. hot garbage. I Here's a hot take. I don't like Pirates 4 at all. Like Pirates 4 is easily the worst of the franchise. But I will take Pirates 5 over Pirates 3. Like Pirates 3 just actively ruined some characters for me. Like, how can they kill the Kraken off screen? Who thought that was a good idea? Off screen between movies. That's unforgivable to me. All right.
I like Pirates of the Caribbean when it's about Will and Elizabeth. When it turns into the Captain Jack show, I hate it.
I hear you. All right. Well, this could easily turn into just a straight up Pirates of the Caribbean podcast if we don't sign out here.
Okay.
Behind the magic, here's your drama. The house divides on Dead Man's Chest. It's interesting, Outbound. I think that Dead Man's Chest, I agree with you that Pirates eventually got way too messy in the epic fantasy department, but I think that Dead Man's Chest, to me personally, is just a potent blend of like action adventure with the fantastical elements, like the Davy Jones stuff. So that's just my take. Um, I mean, we can all agree that 4 is the worst. We can all agree that 4 is the worst, at least. I will defend 5 more than most people. I think 5 has some good stuff in it, but we can all agree that 4 is the worst. All right. Okay, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, but rest assured there will be a cast assessment.
Eventually.
Also, I do, like I said, I'm really hoping we can get the audio drama out to you this weekend. I don't guarantee it by any means because we haven't even started writing it yet, but I would really like that. So we'll see. I think we're just going to have to go ahead and like just kind of do just like a really quick um podcast announcing the results of the vote after the veto comes in. But after that, we'll definitely have to do the cast assessment at the very least before the end of week 2.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much, and it's been a great start to the season. I can't wait to see what comes next. I'm super stoked. Talk to you later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.